Okay, so recently the Attack on Titan season 2, not season 2, my god. Season 4 part 2 trailer came out. And I was thinking, well, this might be a good time to do a review on season 1 part, it says season 1, god damn it. Season 4 part 1. There we go. Yeah, season 4 part 1. So, since I watched it, I didn't like upload any videos about it or anything like that. So yeah, I'm just gonna do like a react to somebody's video, see what they thoughts on it, provide my own thoughts on it, see, let's see if our thoughts align and stuff like that. Yeah, SeaTactics. Like I said to everyone else, I just choose you because you were like the first person to pop up when I typed in reviews for Attack on Titan. So yeah, that's basically it. So I'm gonna react to it, let you know my thoughts. Can't wait for season 4 part 2. Almost said season 2 again, crazy. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoy.
Starting off, I think we have to dive into the studio change from Wit to Mappa and if that paid off. Well,
yeah, the change from Wit to Mappa, it was kind of like you can notice it, but it wasn't too significant where you were like, oh my god, this is so drastic, this is a big major change, like if you told me, oh, it didn't change no studios, like Wit just like made their animations a little different, and I'm like, oh, that looks like the case, because it doesn't really look like it was a studio change, so yeah, I really like it. It feels like Attack on Titans. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a totally different anime, so I'm cool with the studio change and all that. It's still Attack on Titans at the end of the day.
the anime doesn't look like Wit's AOT, but at the same time, the tone of the show and the massive visual changes that were naturally demanded from the story's approach and tone, it made that change seem natural anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
The studio change really didn't matter in a more objective sense, as there would have likely been changes anyways if Wit were to helm this project's animation. It's a rather redundant and funny title. Final season part 1 and 2. So, how is the writing? Well,
I know, right? They're the only ones that have part 1s and part 2s for seasons. Like, it's the same season, but it's part 1 and part 2. Like, they did the same thing in season 3. Which is I'm fine with, I guess. It's like, you know what? I'm guessing they just want to speed up the process of giving you the episodes and stuff like that without spending a longer time in trying to release the whole season altogether. I'm guessing since they took like a long break between season 1 and 2. I'm guessing that's the reason why they split their seasons with part 1 and part 2s. I don't know. I don't know if I prefer it this way or not, really. I guess it doesn't really matter. I don't know. As long as it's good. As long as it's good for me. But you let me know what you think. If you prefer the part 1 and part 2 type of seasons, or just release everything when it's ready and you could wait a little bit longer for all those episodes. So yeah.
The most important out-of-nowhere moments in AOT ever is none other than the heartbreaking death of the heart of Attack on Titan and everyone's favorite potato girl, Sasha Browse.
Yeah, Sasha, her death really hit a lot of people, not gonna lie. To be honest, it didn't really do much for me. She was really one of my favorites, but I know for a lot of people it hit it hit all that right there. It was like their whole season done, like gone.
A shocking death, but not one that's forgotten for a single moment by fans and even the show itself. If they had to kill Sasha, this was, without a doubt, the best way they could do it, as her death starts to set in motion sort of the rest of the season. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, John, Connie, Gabby, Falco, Hange, Nicolo, these are just a few names that Sasha's death affected. This is why AOT has earned its reputation as one of the best written series out right now.
Facts.
Just as an example of a character that was inadvertently affected by Sasha's death, almost immediately is one Falco. Friend of Gabby, also voices Tanjiro on the side. As soon as Sasha hits the floor, Falco almost gets shot trying to protect Gabby, gets ganged up on, gets put in a cell, and breaks out only to find himself in trouble again when he and Gabby talk to Nicolo, only to get hit over the head by Zeke's spinal.
That's tough, man. He took so many L's for Gabby, man. He took... Oh my god, bro. Like, I wished nothing for the best for him in part 2, but for real, though, he took... Man, he took so many L's for Gabby. Man, that's tough, man. You make him a Titan shifter or something. He needs some type of privilege for the next season. Something.
Fluid
man.
wine and is thus contaminated by it. This is all because of Sasha's death. Her death also has massive effects on both Connie and John independently. Like, for example, Connie now believes Eren is a total piece of shit for getting Sasha killed and feeling no remorse for it, only laughing it off. Then once again, when Eren hurts Mikasa by telling her he always hated her, thus breaking the friendship those two had for so many years, then there is John, who feels like he can't trust Eren but believes that there must be some hidden motive for Eren doing what he's done to the Survey Corps and obviously to Mikasa.
Yeah, Sasha death really put people in like different directions for real. It was like, I don't know. It's hard to. I mean, I guess like if all fits their personalities, it's like they're trying to cope and find their reasoning in their own ways. Like after seeing what happened, it's like they're trying to find like their own reasons of how to cope with it and trying to cast blame throughout of who's really to blame of all this, and you know, and stuff like that. But hey, it's good writing. It's just good writing at the end of the day.
Sasha's death has essentially turned Eren's most closest friends into his enemies. The group of Eren, Mikasa, Armin, John, Sasha, and Connie, that's gone. The trust between them now is broken because of Sasha's death.
I know, right? The whole friendship done because of Sasha's death, and I wasn't even thinking Sasha was that crazy before season 4 of a character. But hey, it makes sense. She was part of the core. Like, she was part of the core group. So I'm guessing if any of them died, it would have been the same effect. I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming that'll be the case since they all been through a lot for the past 3 seasons.
If that death had never happened, I have no doubts in my mind that this group would have joined Eren to become Jaegerists from the very... Would all his friends join the Jaegerists if Sasha didn't die? That's a good question. That's a really good question. Maybe not all of them, but definitely most. Definitely Mikasa. Norman is like 70-30. I don't know. I think, yeah, I wouldn't say all of them, but majority would. It's hard to say. That's a really good quote. That's a really good point. It's really good. What do you guys think? Though I must admit, introducing Lara Tiber, a Titan built up as being this amazingly powerful Titan to then be outsmarted by Eren Yeager, is a really unsuspecting but cool move. It showed that this new version of Eren Yeager is unlike any we had previously seen by showing how much smarter and more mature he has become.
Yeah, Eren is different. He's different now. He's totally on another level. Like, in terms of smarts, yeah. I don't know about maturity. I don't know about that. But in terms of smarts, he's on a different level. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Cause after that, those first episodes where he was at the Marley, yeah, everyone knows about that. So I don't even have to speak much about it. You guys already know about that.
Obviously, we now know that because of his contact with Historia, that he was able to obtain his father's memories, and likely through a weird kind of osmosis gained a lot of that knowledge. This is a change in Eren that is in of itself another one of those WTF moments you never quite expected, but hey, it does. Then the path Eren takes to revealing the friends he once held so dear, they just kind of aren't friends anymore, and that of all people, Mikasa is the one that he hates the most just because of a weird genetic code that she was born with. And
that was crazy. Weird genetic code. That was dumb. That was such good writing. That was such good writing. Nah, Eren different, bro. He needs to... Yo... I wonder what his plan is. Like, what is he really going to be doing next season? Like, shit. I gotta see it, man. I'm not even going to think too hard about it. I'm just going to watch it and see it.
Stop. It's saddening, but at the same time, it makes you hate Eren, but also in a weird way has you on edge and waiting to see what he'll achieve next. But AOT has some of the most incredible twists out of any AOT season thus far.
No, but actually, no, let me mention this real quick. Eren is such an amazing... His character development is so interesting. There's no... He's like... It's like a totally different route from other main characters in like shonens or even just in anime in general. It's like... Instead of like, vengeance, like... And then like other than just doing oh yeah, I'm just gonna go for world peace and all of that, and like he's like in between. Like I don't know, like to me he doesn't seem like a full-on villain type of character. He seems like some yin yang type character. Like he's like in the balance between light and dark right now. Like he's on that level. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's just so interesting. Like his character is just so different from the typical. I'm gonna save everybody and achieve world peace and I won't kill anybody to do that, to achieve that and all that, and talk no jutsu, and like he's making moves. He's like he said, moving forward no matter the cost, what it takes, all of that. That's why his main message is moving forward. No matter what, man. No matter what.
All of this wouldn't have been achieved, though, if it wasn't for great characters. Attack on Titan has always been amazing at developing and building up its characters and leaving no stone unturned in regards to their development. The most notable examples in past seasons are characters like Sasha, John, and Connie, who aren't the main characters, but become invaluable members to the plot, getting their own episodes and arcs to develop. This season is no different and offers a few surprises with characters like the controversial Gabby Braun, Falco, and the outstanding Peak Finger. Words cannot...
Yeah, the characters are so interesting in Attack on Titans. Like, you just have a sense of them being... It's the same thing of what I said in Mushoku Tensei. Like, you could feel these characters being human. They don't feel like they're too pure-hearted or they're just too evil. Like, they feel human. Like, they have their flaws. They also have their upsides to them. Like, they have their strengths and weaknesses, and they feel, like they just have their own style and uniqueness to them. Yeah, they just feel human. They just feel human.
Another character I'd like to give love to is Gabby and Falco. This dude...
Actually, no, Falco feels like a pure-hearted character, though. He does feel like a pure-hearted character. He's the only one, really. Like, he hasn't seen too much or been through too much to really destroy that yet. I feel like that's probably the case. Like, he just hasn't been through or seen enough to just break that within him. Or maybe he's just like that to the core, you know. And seeing how other characters been through so much is like, it can't really be like Falco. Yeah, Falco. He's the only one I could really say is like, he's generally a pure-hearted, good soul. For real. And Gabby's Gabby.
Duo has already been through so much together, but I have loved every single moment of their journey. Zeke, for his terrific backstory and continued rivalry and feud with Levi Ackerman. This guy has been one of the most interesting and unique characters in AOT. His backstory of turning his parents in, which leads to Eren being born and setting in motion an incredible turn of events, is one that always has me thinking. But
yeah, Zack is... Bro, I don't know, it's like all these characters just unique in their own way. Like, Zack, man. I don't know. It's like it's hard to explain him. Like you can't really explain him with just a few words or one word or anything like that. He just, cause he feels like he still have so much stuff hidden. I believe. Like I don't think he really like actually revealed everything he wants or his true intentions or anything. Like I feel like he's still hiding some stuff. So it's hard to really identify his character when it feels like he's always hiding something. That's really it. Like that's really how I'm feeling about Zack, man.
as well, his rivalry with Levi is endless.
And Levi's Levi, so you already know.
Overall, I think final season part 1 was 16 episodes of pure perfection.
Facts. It was perfection. Obviously AOT fans saying that, so take that as you will.
I think this season proves to many that Attack on Titan is a once-in-a-generation anime. This
Facts.
is kind of our Evangelion, Cowboy Bebop, Astro Boy, what have you. And while we have to wait and see what impact Attack on Titan will have on the future of the industry and entertainment at large, I believe that this series will go down as not only one of the greats, but an all-time achievement in storytelling through the anime medium. To put simply, there just aren't many anime that compare to AOT's quality and presentation. Final season part 1 is an S-ranked anime, a 10 out of 10, a perfect...
Damn, 10 out of 10? I don't know if I would do that. Season 3 part 2 was a 10 out of 10. But I think season 4 part 1 is 9.5 or 9.
Closest it can be to the perfect Attack on Titan experience you can get, and is to me equals with Attack on Titan Season 3 in most every sense. Thank you all.
Is it? No. I still feel Season 3 still put me in awe, speechless, and Season 4 didn't. So... I'll give it a 9.5, maybe a 9. I think what's missing, or maybe what's like, what makes it not perfect is, let's see. I'm trying to think right now, because when you say it's a 9.5 and a 9, it is really hard to find what's the missing elements to it. I would say, maybe it is a 10 out of 10. Maybe it is, I don't know. I feel like something is missing. I don't know, I'm trying to think. It's been a while since I watched the anime, so. You know what? I don't know. But maybe it is. But anyways, yeah. Great. It was a great review. I gave up some of my thoughts. Attack on Titan is one of the best series of all time. And I don't even know if it's much of a debate at this point. At least in modern time, like at least for like the 2010s. But I would say even beyond that, like just of all time, like out of all the animes that ever existed, is literally up there in the all-time greats. And we're probably not gonna start realizing that or noticing that until like decades down the line. You know, it's gonna be one of those classics. So yeah, great review. SeaTactics, great video, man. I'm gonna leave your channel in the description. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's it.